There we go. What is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Monday, everybody. Off to a weird start this morning. I accidentally started live streaming to my my other gaming channel because I live streamed to Charlie Dangerous over the weekend. So I accidentally started the live stream over there, and hopefully things are better. It looks like people are slowly starting to trickle in. I apologize for that wonkiness. Hopefully we get notifications sent out. I am starting to see a lot more people to join in now. And, if you catch the live stream later on, that's okay. It is what it is. In fact, if you are watching the replay, why don't you go ahead and type replay in the comment section just so I know that you are, you're a faithful watcher. Or you don't have to. I don't care. It would help out my self-esteem, though. Of course. Yeah. And if you are somebody that watches this live stream in the future, Double O and I do the best we can to get the timestamps in the description box once they're completed. So a couple hours after this live stream is finished, if you're watching, then you can jump around in the live stream to the part of the live stream that's important to you by clicking on the timestamps, like I said, in the description box down below. So let's quickly greet everybody that is here. We're starting to climb back up. It looks like we are live on Facebook as well. So all things are green. Green. Limbicago, what's up? D. Warman, rocking the ones and twos. Scott K is here. Joseph Chu, welcome back. Klaus, Mike Erniak, I see a penguin there in the live stream. Cinder, always good to see you, Cinder. And let's take a look at who is here from the rest of the world. Michael. Theria Moreau, Double O, of course, here. Good to see you, my friend. Gattuso, Raj, Christopher Washington. Hey there, anyone is going to be a great live stream today. Great background music. Yeah, I'm kind of pumped today. Niche, Rank Dog is here. What's up, Rank Dog? Monta HD, Zul, Flybone 100. Flybone, I pinned your comment, by the way. In my video this morning, I pinned your comment because it's super important. It's important to keep in perspective that it is the best choice. We'll touch on that a little bit more a little bit later. Abduram, Mertz, Gerardo. Good to see you, Gerardo. And we got a good crew starting to filter in here. Aloha, Richard. Ronis over on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. Gattuso from Norway. Man, I really want to visit those islands. Not the islands, peninsulas. I want to visit those peninsulas. I really want to visit up there. I tell you what, ever since I watched that movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Is that the movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? I'm not sure exactly where he visits, but there's a couple of countries up in that area that I really want to spend some time at after watching that movie. You are the best choice. Oh, thank you. Sean, what's up? Timison, hello. Michael says replay. Fistus, Greg G, good morning from Sydney, Australia. Man, Pakistan is watching over from London. Victor, this is for mobile and Facebook. We're definitely going to be talking about mobile stuff today, though. A lot more mobile stuff is happening in the news. However, we do have a couple of bits of Facebook and web stuff to chat about. So we're going to talk about that as well. We're definitely going to start with the most interesting thing, the most interesting bit of news that we've gotten today, and that is this puzzle. Here we go. Full screen capture. A little while ago, 3 hours ago, the Hero Wars mobile Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram shared this file here. New Guardians will, Brave Warriors, New Guardian will arrive in Dominion soon. We want to share the first details, so we've prepared a special task for you. The rules are simple. You need to put together a puzzle of 100 pieces and send the result in a comment to this post. In order to participate, download the archive and load the files, etc., etc., etc. Here we go. So there's a lot of people that have finalized this puzzle. I got probably 10% of it done before somebody else shared this image. But here's our first look at the brand new hero, Amira. And if this image doesn't look like some kind of 90s anime, I don't know what does. There's a lot happening in this picture. Of course, Amira featured front and center. Some kind of genie or djinn. We have her classic theater mask adorning her headwear. You have the what is it? The tragedy. Is it tragedy and drama? Is that the two sides? Amira needs to pull her pants up. Is it tragedy and drama, or is it no? It's tragedy and comedy. Tragedy and comedy, isn't it? Yeah. So the tragedy and comedy masks adorning her headwear. She's got some kind of mystical mist. happening here. And while we don't really know anything about what she is or what she's about, I mean, she's probably some kind of intelligence-based hero. And got these red spots on her hands. I don't know if that's culturally relevant. But we'll see. We'll see. I see a lot of people asking, comedy and tragedy. Thank you, Cinder. I see a lot of people asking over here on the left side about who this is. This is the merchant. This is the merchant. If you take a look at the various merchants throughout Dominion, you can see right here in the bottom right-hand corner, this is the Titan Soul Coin, the Titan Soul Shop merchant. He's right there. You don't see the merchant in the Guild War shop. He's also the merchant. Oh, come on. There we go. He's also the merchant in the airship. Yeah. And a couple other places he's the merchant for. But, he's a non-player character, an NPC, if you will. And I don't know his significance here, but what I think is happening is Satori, who's looking absolutely jacked, by the way. Look at this guy. I want to know what he's eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I need to know what his desserts are. I need to know what his bro splits are at the gym. This guy looks like he could fight in Street Fighter 2. I think Satori bought the lamp from the merchant and rubbed it. You got to rub me the right way. Genie in the bottle, baby. And poof, we have Amira. Super Saiyan Satori? Definitely. That's a beefy fox, man. Anabolics, says Hulkamaniac. All right. Satori's on the juice. Hey, Charlie, that looks like the merchant on the left. Soon we shall be able to play as the merchant. So that's the joke I made, Tech. I actually made the joke whenever Loadrunner and Alina and I and Tim were chatting about this image, this completed image. I was like, I'm so excited to tell everybody that the merchant is the next hero. And everybody was like, are you serious? Are you kidding? And I was like, of course I'm kidding, guys. Of course I'm kidding. But look how, Super Video Maniac says that's a manly looking merchant. These two are absolutely shredded. Like, look at those arms. Look at that chin. That chin, man. That is chiseled. 1999, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, brings back some memories. What's that? What did I miss? Oh, Genie in the Bottle. Glenn from Connecticut. Skill will be to sell stuff. Oh, Satori consumes protein drinks. Double O, I'm drinking orange juice. That's what I'm drinking. That's the juice that we're talking about. This live stream is not made for kids, but also I don't support steroids. OJ. There's a faceless mask in the closet. So a lot of people thought that this was faceless on the left because the mask is over there. But actually, guys, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. If you zoom in, and you can't really see it on this image very well, but it says the 22nd. The 22nd of December 2021. I believe the faceless mask was put here to draw attention. Let me see if I can find a better image. Here we go. It's not much better, but it's better. The 22nd of December 2021 is when this event is going to go live, 2 a.m. UTC. So we are about 9 days away from this event. About 9 days away from this event. Now, it is possible, guys. It is possible that Faceless has... Let's get this reset here. It is possible that Faceless has something to do with this. Right? And we were looking at the different things in the background, like the books, and there looks like there's something green right here. You can't quite make out what it is. Let me see if I can find a higher resolution image. You can't really see. But I also saw these down here. Don't these look like hands to you guys? Like hands reaching up and over? Do you guys see this? Am I imagining this? What if it's 12/21/2022? Oh, no, because they're not American. Looks like a skull. I don't know. They look like hands to me. They look like two hands. Like here's a thumb right here, and then here's a thumb right here. I mean, there's definitely 4 fingers right here. Looks like skulls. That's not skulls, guys. That can't be skulls. How is that skulls? Skulls. I'm not seeing skulls. That green thing is a skull. Oh, it is a skull. I see. Yes, you're absolutely right. Now I see the skull. Okay. I gotcha. Somebody said something about armor in the bottom right. Whose armor is this? That looks kind of like maybe Galahad's armor. I don't know. Maybe Cleaver? It's part of the pants. Doesn't look like it's part of the pants here. The merchant has 4 hands. Oh, he does have 4 hands. I've never noticed that. Guys, can you see that? I've never noticed that. He has 4 hands. Look, he's got 2 sets of hands that he's doing this with. And then he's got 2 more sets down here. I've never noticed that. Huh. Oh, wow. The merchant has 4 hands. You could put Rufus' head on either body and get buff Rufus. Could the merchant and faceless be the same? It could be. It's possible. It's possible. Is it me or does the bottle look like Osh's dome? The bottle. Yeah. Full Willis is pulling the much. You got that drum music in the background. Crazy things. Galahad is creeping on the new girl already. NBR, any new hero for? Oh, so we don't know anything about Facebook and web yet. I didn't know about that. That's crazy. Yeah, clearly those are his extra hands. Where are those hands? Are they growing out of his thighs? No, they're not. They're much higher up. That is so weird. Why are your hands down here, dude? Huh. Merchant has 4 hands. How about that? Do you have the merchant image art kit? Maybe? Boxy and Cyberdog. Nope. Backgrounds, enemies. Enemies, maybe? Nope, he's not in there. I don't have any mini art. I don't have any fan art for the... I don't have any fan art for the merchant. We can see it clearly in the art kit. I don't have it saved anywhere. That's all right. That's all right. So I spent some time on this puzzle, and if you want to work on the puzzle yourself, it's a freaking nightmare because it doesn't actually click together. It's just 100 clipped images that I believe they're not actually sized properly. But now that I see the complete image here, it is possible. I worked on it for a little while, and let me tell you, let me show you something that I was dealing with. Here we go. There we go. So I uploaded this image into Canva, right? Canva is what I use for my all my thumbnails and all my graphics and everything. These 4 images here, you see the top left here, the top right, the bottom right, and the bottom left. These 4 images are exactly the same size, but in order for them to get lined up, I had to resize them, and you can clearly see that no matter what I did, they wouldn't line up. So I got fed up and quit. So I'm very glad that somebody else found this image. Hopefully we'll get more details as we get closer to the release date of Amira, which is going to be some kind of WinterFest event on Hero Wars Mobile. And yeah, ideally she will, you know, again, break the meta. Wait, what? Where's people? Just check your next year's work files. Right. Looks like it would be holding the genie bottle. The devs are going to be exact opposite of what you were saying. We don't need more characters to waste money leveling up. We need the game to work correctly. Well, White Freeman, unfortunately, the way that this game is structured is they're going to forever release characters. They're going to forever release characters. So there was more discussion before this puzzle was released. Let's see here. Here we go. Here it is. All right. So it seems as though Hero Wars Mobile. Here we go. Let me read this message. I'm getting tons of complaints from all of the top Russian guilds that people are jumping, and this is mobile, Hero Wars Mobile. The people are jumping in and out of servers and guilds and screenshotting the guild's defenses. They are all very upset that this is happening, and I agree that this really shouldn't be allowed. People are currently building alt accounts to spy back on other guilds now, and also some trying to build alts to hold the empty spots in guilds. Last night I talked with some people, no one will admit who's actually doing it, and in talking, a few ideas were brought up. Only allow, and this is ideas to fix this issue, only allow champions or generals, GMs, to see defenses of the rest of the guild, which I can get behind that. Have it so you can make it an option to have to request to enter the guild. I think having to request to enter a guild is a very important issue that needs to be added to the game. Very important function that needs to be added to all versions of the game. I don't want just random people joining my guild when I'm trying to invite specific people to my guild. You know what I mean? When I lower, you lower the guild level down to let somebody get in. Have it so you can make an option to have to request into the guild. And obviously I'm aware this happening right now is only making Nexters money, but I strongly feel it takes away from the gameplay. Also open to other ideas that wouldn't allow just any random person to see the guild's defenses. PS, I have a ton of screenshots like this to show this happening, but I don't want to flood the channel with screenshots. So the idea, the context behind this is that people are joining a guild. They're finding an opponent's guild on a server, right? So like, let's just say, for example, in the upcoming cross server war, I have paired up against, I don't know, Christopher Washington's guild, right? So I can see, I can get in Christopher Washington's guild one way or another, and or I find the server, quickly level up account to level 30, join that guild if they have any open slots, and then screenshot all of their defensive lineups and then share them with your main guild. So I can understand the issues. Like, a lot of stuff is hidden. A lot of stuff like that is hidden on Hero Wars Mobile, and for good reason, right? The strategies that goes into those 3 teams of 5, it's a smart strategy. It's a little dishonest, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, part of me applauds the cleverness of it. Why hasn't it been done sooner? We had that in another game. Will it just be GMs and generals that accepting requests? Yeah. I agree with this 100%. Request to join a guild would be beneficial. GM always spy on other guild and other servers, and even bait players to join the guild for people to play. Let's see. What the relation to Amira and Satori? I finished the puzzle. No idea, Injury, and we don't know yet. I would imagine Satori is probably just going to get a rework. Some kind of update. I'm in general not crazy about my member guild mates not being able to see their guild mates' defenses if the assignments for the war hasn't been set yet. Okay, Amy. Nice opposing viewpoint there. So the idea that, if you're not trying to use every bit, and this is part of the game, right? This is absolutely part of the game. If you don't like it, you need to fill up your guild. That's one way to prevent it from happening. And I would imagine that's probably going to be an effective tactic in the future. But my guild is full. My guild is full. And I know a lot of people that have like 2 to 3 guilds because they have so many people that they want to play with, right? So they have a main guild, and then they have 1 to 2 sister guilds that they fill with people, and then they use those for different reasons. They leverage, they leverage them to maintain who the people that are in Gold League are, and that was important for a while because Cross Server War was only for Gold League, and now of course since Silver League's a part of it, it's going to be less important, but it's still going to be impactful to have access to 90 solid players, right? 90 solid players. But at the same time, like, the game hides defenses for a reason. They hide it because specific strategy. They don't want this to be a solved game. They don't want to be like, oh, well, this player has this team. I know that I can beat that team with this team, so I'm going to guarantee win. They want to have some kind of mystery. They want to, they really want the attacking team to have to be creative, right? And it's not like every guild, it's not like every competitive guild is not already screenshotting the defensive teams, right? I'm going to be attacking, Cinder's guild, and I'm going to put my 3 teams of 5 in to attack a position, and I'm going to see his 3 defending teams of 5, and I'm going to take that screenshot for the future. So if I attack that position again, I have an idea of what this individual has used in the past. So I kind of have an idea of, what I could use to combat that, right? Strategy. Having defense lines doesn't matter. It's the counters to those lines that matter. The intruder can check the guild log and look at some file. Right. So that's kind of what I'm saying, Zaraki, is we're already taken advantage of this on some level. So I don't know how big of a deal it actually is, but I applaud the cleverness. I think it's hilarious. I think it's kind of funny. And like my man Eddie Guerrero used to say, rest in peace, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And that doesn't mean you should cheat at things. That just means you should find the way to work the rules, work the system as much as you can within the legal limits of the rules in the system to win whatever you're doing. 170 watching, below 50 likes. Also, you're leaning more features in Guild Wars. For example, put a note in an assignment so when someone attacks, they have instructions. Oh, that's a great idea. Don't use Yaz on this Helios. Oh, that's a great idea. I like that idea, Michael. I like that idea. But at the same time, just use Discord. I have a Discord server for my own where I keep all my battle results, screenshots. Okay. GMs just have to write down battle defenses and save them. Man, I do not. I do not envy generals and guild masters. Like I don't envy it all. I don't enjoy all that. I don't enjoy managing like that. And seeing it really doesn't make that much of a difference. My guild tries to change teams anyway. Yep. And that's what people do. The issue in high-level cross-server is it gives a guild much more time to run practice fights since you have to beat all 3 teams. I gotcha. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe we can collect a couple of the points of feedback and, send them over. But Alina was concerned. She asked, is this just happening on Russian servers? Do you have any evidence of this happening on the world server? So apparently this is an issue that they'd like to take a look at. Don't forget, recruiting players is so hard on mobile. Yep. All available war bots nowadays make it a lot easier. If we wanted Guild Wars to be more competitive, we should only see who hit someone, but without displaying the replay. What they use to hit the defensive line. Assassin says Russians complaining about spying. Russian servers. Let's be specific. Let's not get demonetized by YouTube here. We're talking about Russian servers in a video game. And those people playing on Russian servers. Complaining about spying? Have they forgotten the Cold War already? Spying goes on in the real world. More power to them. Maybe your guild needs to learn counter-espionage. I just started playing in the spring of this year. I can't change much of my 3 teams. Yeah, Mr. NCSU, that's the problem with me too, is I don't have the depth. You can change the positioning of your teams though. The older the server, the harder to get people to join. The older the server, the more difficult it is to get people to join. Said that twice. So nice, said it twice. In addition to that, many Japanese people like me are not familiar with English, so playing in a multinational guild has a lot of challenges. Aha. And of course, Pat Fez says, get your judge up. Get your judge up. Can't argue with the judge talk. Absolutely can't. Oh, man. Maxed out energy. Why does this keep happening? Creates, equip. Yeah. All right, let's do some Guild Wars. Speaking of Guild Wars, let's see what we got here. We got a Zhu, Sebastian, Jorgen, Orion, Martha. All right. All right. So this is what we do. This is what we do right here. This team should have no trouble. Shouldn't have any trouble. 120,000 power level. Charlie, I heard Amira will counter Z-Shot in specific. You think it's true or somewhat true? Victor, that's pure speculation. Pure speculation. Impossible to know. I probably should have just copied. Probably should have just copied Martha there. Copy the enemy, Martha. Boom. Boom. Same team, basically. Long stash. Same situation. I'm a little scared of the Celeste, but we'll be okay. Fill your guild, people. That's the strategy. That's how you don't get spied on. Have a full guild. The developers need to stop giving us more heroes and give us the final chapters for mobile. The final chapters for mobile. They've already stated a couple of times that the chapter 13 is a sufficient end to the campaign. Oh, well, I was scared of Celeste, but now I'm not. I feel dirty using Kark sometimes. Like, honestly, I do. Gallo will kill you. Not in this lifetime, buddy. All right. So we have Raozu, Abyss Meditator. Enemy skills include the Hand of Eternity activates the maximum number of defensive spheres around himself and lines them up in front of himself for a duration of 5 seconds, dealing extra damage to all heroes. If all spheres are destroyed while the skill is active, Raozu, Hand of Eternity is deactivated, taking extra damage for 5 seconds. So I'm tempted here. I'm tempted to just throw Alvanor up and just see where Alvanor fits everywhere. I am going to try. I think this is going to be fine, though. There we go. How about resetting the Hydras of mobile with golden horns? Resetting the Hydras. Resetting the Hydras? You know, it'd be super awesome if my Isaac... Why wasn't my Isaac charging up there? This is physical damage. Wait a second. That was physical damage. Those spheres were doing physical damage. Huh. Okay. Well. I'm very confused right now. All right. Well, that's okay. Design one of the generals in a guild to make sure that set the standards so whoever wants to join understands our mission. That's very peculiar. These are different defensive spheres, I guess, than the other defensive sphere. I mean, they're doing the same animation. Wouldn't that be freaking wild if they changed the damage type? What if they change the damage type of these defensive spheres to physical? Without those extra CH there, items hard to get on mobile. Well, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. It's all right. It's all right. We'll just be short a little bit. What? Why are these two standing way back here? What is happening here? They're scared. So somebody did ask today on Facebook about Cornelius, and I think it'd be fun to kind of talk about Cornelius. This is a little bit more of a, maybe more of a Facebook focus post, but let's talk about Cornelius a little bit. So somebody was asking about the need for Cornelius against the Priest of Seymour, and they were asking what to level up with Cornelius. What to level up with Cornelius in order to one-hit these healers. And for those of you that are not aware, let's run through this here. Just throw my main team in, whatever, no big deal. There we go. So this guy right here will massively heal his allies. So see, this fight, I'm way over leveling this fight right now, so I won't have any trouble clearing it out. But if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to beat chapter 14 and chapter 15, you have a lot of trouble with this Priestess of Seymour, a Priest of Seymour, I guess, because of how much healing he puts out. So the question was asked, you know, how much of Cornelius do you need to level up in order for that to be effective? So whenever you look at Cornelius, and this goes really for any kind of situation where you're trying to use Cornelius to take out a single target. The main thing that everybody needs is this heavy wisdom. Now, the cool thing about Cornelius is that this heavy wisdom, not his main stats are magic attack and intelligence, but this is a physical attack. You can see that the damage there is red. All right, and this applies for mobile as well. You can see that the damage there is red, so it's a physical hit. So first of all, in order to one-hit those Priests of Seymour, this has got to be high enough to do enough damage, obviously. But how do you do that without having to invest in talent into Seymour? You can see that the modifier is only 10% magic attack. So you could invest a lot into a skin, like a magic attack skin, like this amazing Cornelius Masquerade skin. You could invest a ton into Cornelius's glyphs. In fact, I'll go ahead and pop one in there right now. Just for the daily. You could invest into his magic attack glyphs there. You could definitely work on his artifacts, get those kind of leveled up. But the better option would be to invest in one of two heroes. And it's not always going to be the best option, but it will, in the long run, I think, be a better option, especially if Cornelius is not in your main team. So Nebula, with her equilibrium ability, is going to boost the magic attack by 150% of her attack power by a considerable amount. Just a small investment into Nebula, a small investment, boosting Cornelius should be enough to one-hit that Priest of Seymour. Should be enough, all right? Just as long as you're making sure that the little equilibrium buff ball is landing on Cornelius before he uses his ultimate. And then not only that, but you'll use Nebula in way more teams than you ever will use Cornelius, right? So it's more beneficial to invest in a Nebula to boost Cornelius than it would be to invest into Cornelius himself. Again, unless you really, really, really need Cornelius. You could also use Faceless. Now, Faceless can be used to copy Cornelius's hit, and since the ability is based off of magic attack, his magic attack is a lot higher, or it can be a lot higher than Cornelius. Also, if this skill is at max level, it doubles the flat damage modifier. So you can see, let's see, where's my Cornelius? Here you are. So you can see off to the bottom left right there, it says 10% magic attack plus 2600. that number 2600 goes up with the skill level. All right, so the skill level of Cornelius is 130, but that skill level for Faceless is double that. So I think, and it's not a flat number, but we could just say that it's 10% magic attack plus, what is it, 5,200? 5,200. So it's not exactly a Cornelius one hit, but you can use Cornelius, his heavy wisdom attack, and then you could copy it with Faceless, and that would be a way to kill those Priest of Seymours without having to invest a ton into Cornelius. The only thing that I would recommend investing into Cornelius, at least on Facebook and web, on mobile, he's actually way better. But on Facebook and web, I would only recommend getting him to level 130, and I would only recommend leveling up his skills. I don't recommend putting him in a main team. I do not. There are plenty of other ways to counter specific mages now. He's not that great of a hero to build a team around, unless you just really love Cornelius. He reminds me a lot of, what is it, Tellum from Final Fantasy VI? The guy that uses the meteor? The guy that summons the meteor? Is that his name, Tellum? I think it's Tellum. I have to find this now. Tank summons new mythic meteor. Talent. Tella. It's Tella. Is it Tella? Yeah, it's Tella. This is the guy. This is the guy. This is it. Biscuit would be a good choice. Yep. Biscuit would also be a good choice. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of ways. You could use Celeste. You can use King Biscuit, of course. You can use Jorgen to force some of the damage back to the back. But the question specifically was about Cornelius, so I thought that I would talk about Cornelius a little bit. It's a counter hero, nothing else. Cornelius has some usefulness against Osh. Yeah, I can imagine that. I did see... Hold on here. Who just called me? Man, I hate it when strange people call me. I did find it. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find this image. So we were talking about Osh last week. Here we go. So here are Osh's stats. Osh is the... Osh is the boss of the guild raid system on Facebook and web. So he's got some solid intelligence. 75,000 intelligence, man. 75,000 intelligence. But the problem is he's got look, 152,000 armor. Like, okay, so the last thing about Cornelius, I should say, is since the attack is a physical attack, you can use a armor penetration hero like Elmir, Qingmao, or Morgan to boost his armor penetration as well. I cannot see Cornelius being effective versus high-level Osh. Look at that armor. 152,000 armor? 152,000 armor. Gosh. And, going, one step further, looking at the magic resist, 80,000 magic resist, man. That's magic defense. 80,000 magic defense. God. We were talking about this Osh team last week. I don't think that this Osh team is going to do anything. I don't think an Osh Orion Faceless team is going to do anything against Osh. I think you need that pure damage. Like, I think without Sebastian and Zhu, Nebula, Martha to speed up, like, I do not know how you put out enough damage. I just don't know how you do it. Not bad for a baby god? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Insane amount of health. Insane. You can see here that the minions cap at 150 though, so that's pretty cool. Cornelius is robust against low-level Osh. I tried him, biggest mistake ever. He's worth a thought. That makes sense. But it's capped, right? Cornelius has to be a hard pass with all the heroes that use the AK book. Cornelius turns into odd man out too many times. I can feel that. A baby god have that. What if he was a grown god? I mean, these are close to the stats that I have. A little bit below. Elf armor skin. Don't be silly. I'm going to pin this in the... I found this morning. Somebody shared this morning somewhere, or somebody shared it in the last couple of days, and I saved it this morning. I'm going to pin this in the City of Asgard chat on my Discord, so you guys can take a look at it in the future. Cornelius is a decent hero, but I wouldn't recommend anybody spending a lot into him. Charlie, have you played Final Fantasy XIV? No. I have not. I have not. So while we're on the subject of Guild Wars, there was this announcement earlier today, and this is what I was just looking at just a second ago. About 2 hours ago, Hero Wars, the official Facebook page, made this announcement. Hi everyone, we want to share an important update regarding the Guild Raid. Now you can change a guild during the second phase of the Guild Raid without losing your rewards. So the issue, the best time to leave a guild, which we need to do a video on this, by the way. We discussed it a little bit last week, and I need to finish the video. The best time to leave a guild is during phase 2, right? And so everybody was concerned about leaving a guild, joining a new guild, and losing rewards for the week. Now you can change a guild during the second phase of the Guild Raid without losing your rewards. If you deal damage to the boss before leaving a guild, you will get rewards for all defeated bosses, even if those bosses were defeated after you had left. And you will get rewards for the position in the Hall of Fame leaderboards, including the rewards for the rank of the guild you have left. So if you're planning on leaving a guild, changing a guild, get your boss attacks in before you head out. All right, get your boss attacks in before you head out. If you leave the guild and then return to the same guild in the same week, you'll have access to the Guild Raid. Your progress will be saved and you will be able to use unspent attack attempts. But if you change the guild and the new guild, you'll have to wait for the next week to start before you will be able to join the Guild Raid. So if you leave during phase 1, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, then you will not be able to participate in the new guild's phase 1, or presumably phase 2. Note that to get the rewards for defeating the boss and for the rank of the Guild Raid, you have to deal damage to the current boss. So now you won't get the rewards if you've only fought minions. All right. Upon reaching team level 65, a guild member will immediately get access to the Guild Raid and won't have to wait till the next week. I did not know that this was a problem, but I can see if you got level 65 like on a Tuesday or a Thursday, having to wait an extra couple of days would not be fun. So I would imagine that anytime they add new stuff like this, we'll always see little tweaks, little frequently asked questions, little changes added on at the end. But it's good to see that they're staying on top of this. I personally haven't been asked any of these questions, so it must be, you know, something that other people are talking to elsewhere. Maybe they just don't think that I know, or, you know, whatever reason. But that's okay. Let's try. Let's see. Paramojo with you. Ascended Celeste is fine. This to be a breeze. Okay. Charlie, I have an idea for the Alvanor team against Osh. For you still working on it, but we'll pass it on to you later on. Okay. Yeah. Boy, that's fine. That's great. That's great. I can't see it working without a lot of magic penetration, though. I just can't see it being effective. Like, a lot of people have made comments on the video and elsewhere. The best tank for Osh. It's like the issue isn't staying alive versus Osh. You know, there's a couple of great ways to stay alive versus Osh. Obviously, Isaac is a great choice. We know now that Alvanor is a great choice. Rufus and Aurora are also great tanks to go up against Osh. The issue isn't staying alive. The issue is dealing enough damage. And I was thinking that Alvanor, because of his massive magic attack stacking bonuses. But even still then, like, your damage is going to be cut down so much. I mean, 3,000 magic defense cuts your damage in half. Isn't that what it is? 3,000 for 50% reduction. And he's got 80,000. God. You'll have magic penetration, maybe even pure damage. Okay. The Vibrant Crystal Promise are less than the ones obtained after a minion fight. Same for the Radiant ones or Insignia. Team numbers, I hear that they're going to your inventory regardless. This is a known issue. I think it's a graphics issue that they're going to be working on. They're going to fix. Judge is OP versus the Frozen Baby. That's great. That is great. Funny stuff. All right, so let's see what we got here. What kind of quests can we complete today? I think I have a task. Let's see. I've done that. Heal your heroes for 11,000 in the campaign. All right. Let's get after it. Maxwell. Mara. Fenris. We're just going to let this run. I don't want to... I'm not planning on winning. I'm just trying to get the heals in. How's your dodge team done on Osh? Not great. Not great, James. The only thing you can dodge versus Osh is his the meteor shower. Thanks for Water Titan event, but they could add more tier and energy spend. I agree. Yeah, the Water Titan event on Hero Wars Mobile is more of a free-to-play event than the Facebook and web one. That's for sure. Alvanor's shield is so efficient. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool that I'm actually defeating the little totems, though. His little rocks that he's sending out. I'm defeating them in plenty of time. My Kark is crushing them. Oh, there went Faceless. I'm firing my laser beams. Pew pew. All right. I actually want to try that again. Just to see if I can. See what happens. Putting Zhu in there instead. Is this like Hydra for mobile? No, no. This is the Chapter 15 campaign boss. Is Alvanor event coming soon? Have you tried the team with 250k or so against? No, I have not tried it yet. Okay, my Zhu died. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know when the next Alvanor event's coming. I don't know. Hopefully soon. I'm all over the place, man. What else do I have here? Complete 10 daily quests. No problem. Complete the dungeon. Can you understand why they make no new chapters for mobile? It doesn't make him any money. It was a business. Like, that's the real reason. They say that the story is ended well enough, but that's just a cop out. It's because they don't make any money. Is anyone expecting the Spanish Inquisition? No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. No one. So, here, let's actually do this. Let's talk about the tower. Somebody asked me this question over the weekend, and I thought that I would kind of chat about it a little bit as well. The tower you get at team level 15, right? At low levels, it's one of the best ways to get gold. Clearing the tower, one of the best ways to get gold. Somebody asked me if there was an algorithm to pick which chest, like to know which chest is which. And I think that at one time that there was an algorithm. So the thought was that this item, this is a tower coins. This is again a tower coins. And if it's not a tower coins, then it's gold. So then this one is going to be gold, but it's not. So the algorithm used to be that there would be two items in a row in the same spot, and then they would shift over one to the left, and then two items, and then shift over to the left. Topaz says in the early days it was, but now it's random. So this is a very short answer to the question that I keep getting, or at least I got once or twice over the weekend, was that there's not a way to know what tower chests you're going to get, or what chest rewards you're going to get out of the tower. I always just pick the rightmost one because I know that it really doesn't matter, and I'm just, you know, going through the motions and doing everything. But on average, I thought that it's such a fun dynamic to think about. Early players are desperate for gold. Desperate for gold. And they even go so far as to post screenshots. Look how much gold I got out of the tower. But the higher level you get, the more you just want the items. Like, that's all you want, is just the items. But then it kind of dips back into the gold. at the high levels, at least on Hero Wars Mobile, it dips back over into wanting more gold. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting dynamic to think about. Open all the chests you can get. I can. I don't want to spin the emeralds, though. I don't want to spin the emeralds. Not until WinterFest. I need to go to the gym. I need to get swole like Satori. I need to figure out what the merchant is eating for his macros. I need to know. I need to know. Curls for the girls. That'll do. And that should be enough to complete for the other Ascension reward. It is okay. Let's work on this dungeon a little bit more. Level 96 and I'm still broke all the time. Yeah. I mean, gold is so important. It's so funny that for the longest time, gold didn't matter at all. Like, people had billions of gold, and now we're just like, man, we need every point of gold we can. They're so buff. Yeah. I think that chapter 14 and 15 for mobile may also pose some difficulties programming-wise. On Facebook, they are by far the most interactive. Otherwise, they could have copy-pasted the same. You know, that's probably true. It might have been just too much effort. Might have just been too much effort. Only Water Titans. There we go. Who is a good Alvanor team? Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what a good Alvanor team is. And, you know, we really need to start having conversations. And I don't mean to single you out here, James Thomas. But would people ask a question like that? Like, what's a good Alvanor team? Now that, I mean, let me put my Nexters hat on real quick. You guys are going to think that this is just me, you know, brown-nosing or whatever. But the game has more to do now across the board. You have less than 48 hours? No. Stop spamming me with fishing attempts. The game's activities are quite diverse. For a long time there, we just had Guild War and Crossover War. You know, we had the Tournament of the Elements here on Facebook and web, but that, you know, who cared about that? So asking a question like, what's the best Alvanor team? I mean, for what? For Tower? For Arena? For Guild War? For Osh the Baby God? Calnep says Aurora, Alvanor, Maya, Kai, Thea has been spotted in Arena. Okay. Top defending Alvanor teams: Astaroth, Ishmael, Alvanor, Sebastian, Leon, Aurora, Alvanor, Kai, Darkstar, Thea. Ask what Jim Satori went to. James Thomas, I don't know what the team is yet. But somebody did send a screenshot to me that was like, it was like Osh. I'm sorry. It was like Alvanor, Maya, Jew, Sebastian, Martha, I think. My server's Arena is all Kira Sebastian for bug damage. Yeah, those freaking bugs. Nice. And I'm done with that. All right. So we're stuck. We are stuck. That's good for there. That's good for now. We'll leave that. So with the addition of Amira, and Amira is going to be here in about 9 days, we're gonna have some kind of live stream. In fact, I would imagine there's going to be 2 more live streams by the end of the year. There's going to be 2 more live streams, one for each version of the game. be on the lookout for those. Oh, nice. Nice. Be on the lookout for those live streams. They're coming. They're definitely coming. It's probably going to be where we get the most information from about Amira and whatever new hero that is coming to Facebook and web. I expect this weekend to have just about everything that we want to know about Amira and the Facebook and web hero. I expect by Saturday we're going to have everything. We're going to have everything. It's really going to depend on, you know, whether or not Loadrunner is able to get to it, you know, because of course of his work situation. But they'll probably share something with us this weekend. Probably some kind of teaser video for both. And the last thing that I want to talk about today, and this actually works out really well. Man, who was it that said to me something? Was it Eagle Eye? Charles Shaw. Charles Shaw, I'm not sure what your YouTube name is. But we were talking about portal charges, about saved up portal charges, about how I was telling people to save. Like, look at all these portal charges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 to 10. I got 30-ish portal charges that I've been saving. So Charles posed the question to me. Charles Shaw posed the question to me is like, where is the line between saving them for an event and stunting my own growth? Right? So I just finished Adventure 11. I should potentially use one of these. Maybe like this one right here. I would save all of them with energy. I would save all of them with energy for sure. This one right here would be another good one to accept, right? So I'll go ahead and collect that one. These with the large skin stone chests, I mean, you can grab them if you want, but any of them with energy I would save for a while. Since I just completed that task, I could go in here and, you know, burn a couple. And while it's not going to be as much rewards if I would have used it on Adventure 12 or Adventure 13, or potentially if I would have used these portal charges during an event that asks for it, I think that there's something to be said to be burning these to getting, you know, 80% of the rewards, 75% of the rewards. Klaus says, I have some, but nowhere near that much. Your portals with energy are going to go away in 3 days. No, they're not. A few portals and other gifts on Facebook have had expiration dates on them recently. I saw this 2 weekends ago. This with the gift would sell December 16th. Okay, so it will expire. All right, well, let's just use 3 more. Thank you for saying something, because I would have let that one go. A lot of rewards. We need at least 14 more likes. 14 more? We can get 14 more. Psh. 10, 20, 24, 25, 28, 29, 32, 35, 36. Yeah. So close to my first maxed out pet. I guess not maxed out because I still need... you know, 476 more stones. Bleh. Bleh. Okay. Upgrade his skin. Yeah. Wait a second. Why am I not using... what's happening here? Give me my cool skin back. Let's just finish up these dailies here, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. This porting of the live stream is sponsored by Judge. Get your Judge up, man. I need to get my Judge up. I do. You should really save up more pet eggs. Don't leave them for WinterFest. No, I figured that WinterFest is going to have... I know that WinterFest has an adventure task, so I know that I'm going to need that I'll get the eggs. And if I don't, then I'll just Work my way through it. I feel like there's still plenty of time. Artifact sphere. Here we go. No pet eggs. As far as I know, there's no plans. There's still no plans for pets. So that's nice. Ooh, look at this, guys. I only have 2 heroes left to level up. I only have 2 heroes left. Lars and Shaba. Who would have known? Oh, use Emerald Exchange. Oh, I haven't done my arena yet. Oh, no. I know you guys hate it when I skip through things, but I'm trying to finish before... I'm trying to finish real quick so I can get out of here. Upgrade your hero skills 3 times. We're just going to pick Arachne. Whatever. Level up a Titan artifact. Let's see where we're at here. Bam. Nice. Nice. Mail, we've got all that. Special events, we've did all of this. Good stuff, good stuff. Check the airship. Yep. I think we'll call it. 100 likes. Nice job, guys. Nice job. 100 likes. Fantastic. Good live stream today. Really good live stream today. I want to give a big shout out to those players that finished the puzzle. The Amira puzzle. Got a good look at our first new hero. It's possible that this is going to be lined up with the release of the app gallery and the Huawei phones, which I'm not doing a sponsorship for. By the way, they reached out and I've declined to work with them. Not going to be a good fit. Not going to be a good fit. Live stream tomorrow's at 12 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. UTC. We're going to have the first installment of the Most Efficient Team series. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Have a lot of fun. I'm going to go walk my dog. And I'm going to go to the gym. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.